Oyerepa News.
Abononsia yemetefo eni arefo nyina jo emamakwaba aha Oyerepa 100.7 Facebook ne so Oyerepa ye radio na kyerese obekwa akohuyen na wadwenche no de ato ase kama wasa hye no like ya ma obi soso anya bi ahwe afei ebere so ebekenkan na enwumre nsam ne do so de edi mo akuti bi ene se Ghana police wo mo de aba betu dwa se wo mo asachi nipa mienu bi aka enipa yesusu se wo mo neku na na pole no eho
na dom kuma wo mbrase bogom so wore chem de wo botwe nkan taja kama IMF Sunday man pene tuane mo ne bia on sam fata kura
na Speaker of Parliament Yera Alban Sumana Gbabe nkyerese committee a wo mo tie se wo mo ba behwe ntokwasem ne mentebe ho ase anando ekoso e vetting committee ase no wo se wo mo ntwa so wona ono kra suspension no kra no watwam na nhwehwemu ejeribo wenya babodu West African Gas Pipeline Company Limited one insese dwuma wo ye de wo ba bedi a wo tu che den afibra asun ne dei wa sha se no sunsuanto e wo hene nyina ma honje won sam teden na Chief Finance Officer Emma MTN Ghana Antoinette Kofi en wo say oh my Ghana na say bibi man kra ase ho no ankasa no ehia say nyina ye ka bomba ko collaboration sade be ya betumi a transform ama bibi man akonkan
Ezi asafunu in the day wo Kumasi Central Prisons wakoye oye enedofobinum adum wetwe ho ti dusikama damabre wenye hono fa woti nsem bi kadame nsem ho enende nyumbire yadrebo somoda kasebo na damba nyumbire biara ewiabire biara no pa biara kasebo no ten nyumoku bi na wosoyena asen ema ye ne damne ntin na dem kanfo damma Faith Homeopathic Clinic do your stroke awumu how fibroid diabetes high blood pressure sexual weakness ni nara Faith Homeopathic Clinic botum wa abo Oyerepa ahinema kokobin 18 nim na wabutu ofejo advocacy memene down upon on so kopima yimbru nonum mpem na wodi djuma from 10246 728 ko na wamu awe afi yere kanfo dama wode bomma jinara ya wadan bi ayere 9 bedroom house oyazan 3 horse room kitchen basa car garage say bien 10 toilet and bath 1 store room 1 guest toilet and afi boho wo ha wole chere dem 16 exit bulletproof doors ni nyinara no obobua emabamba ho nsema konkan na asasa wesidani jesudo ne size ni 100 by 80 size of plot afe 2 septic tank 1 soakaway tank fully fenced and afe dana wo mu nyinara no condition cables no wodi bia tutuma nkane wo ho a dani bibiara owoma wonya jiwa afre oya number 0244062665 atonsu esreso ena dan yisi
ye ko dank natural healthcare complex ni akwa akwati ayaresa enunti bomodi a na nso bra yade bebre no a na omudi ho akotene enemu yade STIB afi problems ahodo obi si mani afra obi si skin no problem abem afi psychological physical damage ni nyina wo mo hwe liver problems ni nyina wo so mehwe ama enti dank de de wo mo ye ne doso ye kase ye ka de beti asenti wo de wo ankasa tuanamo ne kɔ ho anaje nambe wo mo e wotre the junction ye dank ba honmo ene wo mo ntufa ka so kotre the junction anase frɛ doctor e wo 0244017556 ana 0266 593330 dank ahotofie eno no divine mercy besiesie ho ame ho ayefe wo ye kokko no be ye soche wo ye tuntum so a tuntum so yio ebe ye kama eno ane se wo ko divine mercy aso ye na wa ma oniema papa divine mercy cosmetics no body cream ene lotion free Thailand afen samna hodo free Thailand a yedi dware ame honam aye kama eno achi obi se pimples so ha me anase yim na nso oben aye me chese ha dwene to de bia wohum na nso oben fo ni bi se ya wanhwe ya beka so ye beifo nso na enye ono a bibi na esie enti divine mercy beboa bags no nso de designer ones free abroche ne ba ye enti edum mesesa no che plaza dining mo a fra 0553 457200 fra obejo so enwumrei ye na amote yenka eyeme nana Afia Broni papa bi pesa white meni ko fante
uncle ebo baini
Afia shaka se bonase na ye de ri chemu e Ghana police wo maso ye aba beto dwase wo masachi nipa mienu bi aka enipa a wo mususu se wo na pole ya wo ye kofan kese pa ya wo ku no se nipa mienu su ache wo na ye beka ya na anu kwesi ado se memenda ya nte asem de wasantemantem ha sansa branche bi efe na pole ache se wo gina ne naso odi akotene e wo kotoko wono magudie mu ene bebi akotokofo ko bia wodi ekire wo mokọ ha ne nkran kora wodi ekire morala na pole de be ma wo no enye moral ketwa chese wo ya de wo ye die hard fan ankasa na anu ne yesi wo mokọ bobo kotokofo ne nso atreman kobobo won srat enso atreman na chese wo mokọ awe ena brantie yi edi ekire chese moral a wode koye no enya asem kuma wo koduru ya enipa bonfo bi etumi ahwe nyankopɔ hata soro ho ya se enipa wo mo nipa wate azefo asase so de o wo ka se wo mo akwada ketekete kora ya wo ne kora wontumi akokɔ kora wontumi aponche wo dwan wontumi nanso wahwe nyame anim ase nyame ade nyankopɔ abono nipa da sani atwese kan de awon se so amanana pole wantumi ansore wato nananom wonse do asem ne ba ye no edi bi ba montere so ema beto odwase kane minister kra ye atese wonimonyamfo kese a wagye ne din wo Ghana ha o mampanyi kufo penso bedi minister ne adeade beto odwase ne di ka ho Yera Ignatius bafo wua ya mrantie mienu bi nso ka ho a ye kwoche wo mom ye nse nyina ne ese ba akokra de wo mokọ ne dem no na etuo ene nse kan ene atade a moja ye mu ma egu ni dem honomo na se nipa miense se enyo mo nko an yesusu se wo mu di sa bode no ene yewra IGP dampare aba be kasa kire se wo mu asa chi nipa mienu bi aka ho na wo yi se nipa mienu no a wo mu achi wo mu aka ho no a oba ba ku bi nso ka ho abaya no yese na anokra na police wo si na suma na enya asem ketwa ensemu abaya ne tena social media so ekeka ye beku ye beye useni ade no nya asem kuma enti wo mususu se abaya no nso waka hu biya wo ye adwuma kra Emma Yera Ignatius bafo wua enti aposifo ani abere a wo mo hwehwe sa abaya no nso aka ho ne yese wote ye no ahrabasa wadwane akwakope baabi ate na nsuri nyina mu no Yera dampare kire se kia ne ke baabi a wo hye bia wo mbeche no na wo de sansem wo kwato dwa wa bra Ghana Football Association GFA wo mo tena se na wo boto nsa frɛ no a wo de ne nsem wei ekoye
to announce to you that as at this afternoon, we have arrested 2 more persons, bringing the total number of people who have been arrested to 5. And we are currently pursuing a few others, including a female that we are working on, who has been in hiding. But the question is, for how long can you run? And for how long? Or how far can you run? And for how long can you hide after allegedly contributing to the social situation that we face today? So we want to use this to assure the family of Yao, to assure the family, the Atlantic Protocol Football Club family, the DSA, and the football fraternity of the country, that will stop at nothing getting the people involved arrested to justice. We urge the public and the entirety of the football fraternity in particular support us in this endeavor, and people see the situation as a crime which is being investigated and nothing else, so that the families and the club and the football fraternity and the country will have closure when it comes to this matter. For us also using this proactively to learn the relevant lessons and come out with a blueprint better than what we have currently in place to ensure that football.
Any okwoti ye yera IGP Ekufu Dampare and ate say workasa no na Ora Frederick Champon executive committee member Emma GFA no and was se na no asem wasi kwasi ada no emu oya na emu owura mo nso so na we no enye ade a ebema yasori waka abribia agudie bekoso no bambo mapanso ebekoso.
Organization of league matches is the task of the Ghana Football Association. But for us to organize such games, you need a presence of security. And you know in Ghana, security is provided by the police. And so what happened Sunday is something we need to condemn, but it has brought us to this point. What it is that we have to have a review of how we organize games in terms of looking at the safety and security of patrons, our supporters, the players, and everybody involved in football. Football, apart from its commercial aspect of it, is merely meant to be entertainment. And so when it is Sunday or Saturday or Friday and I invite my family or my friends to go to the stadium to watch it, I'm supposed to go there, enjoy and come back home. Not to be confronted with radicalism and to some extent losing life, like what happened to our brother Francis Yafrempon. I personally went to see his wife and the kids, and it's a very worrying moment, especially the age where Francis has left us and the state of his family. Together with his wife, they have 6 kids, and these kids are young. Francis' main crime is that he lost Asante Kotoko and decided to follow Kotoko to go watch football. And here we are, got his life. Breadwinner, not only to the wife and the kids. But the mother says that Francis takes care of him as well. He takes care of her as well. But the husband left.
Any okwoti ye ora ye Frederick Champon executive and executive committee member Emma Ghana Football Association GFA and ate say workasa no
yamfa kasebo no komra sebegum na edom kuma wo mba sebegum na worpo omampanyin mahama sombote inde opanyin kwantwefo a orhwechir wo man yesika krabia batan mechira Bank of Ghana Dr. Johnson Pandit Esiama de inde sikasam wontotoe basabasa bia wafa nensaza onom de ma wodine gina asemdi bia worigina asema hwedasanka obubona ma oman mbrasan wodina afadwen omampanyin ba bemara waye na adwene de papa insama a worigin wode tieni nyinara no wonyini nyina mfemfiro na ho nte okronje nono na ende womrashebegom dom kuman wo friends antwafo hiem na Tana North mrashebegom ni Dr. Gideon Boako ogire mo okasa de mrashebegom fu ne de dem anamontuna amampanyin wetu no oyaza obase Ghana na nyimnyam ewo awiade amana ahodo iduye pa nkankan obesika sama afema na won susum de nkowure ne nsem botogwei nkowo de omampanyin omahokwan na asem no kodoa wodi na wodi wiene ne ho sona na kyerede wafa ni tie didim nanso obotie na na mbrayi na edi ne saso nti oyaza de megina no ozo ho babra Ghana na ma horodu ntem nkanka sikasam ho no ozo baba yie pa na hwa wo be yi aya me fa sutir de anamonuta Ghana politics omampanyin mahama wetuni
a government that is built from a party with purpose to be lovers of probity and accountability. We firmly believe that President Mahama should allow the charges against Dr. Esiama to stand, even as he carries his duties as a governor when he is finally approved. The action by the president gives us cause to believe that Dr. Asiama is not clean. This silly attempt to discontinue the proceedings of the criminal charges against Dr. Asiama is the more reason why we think he, Dr. Asiama, a potential criminal convict, should not be heading an important and sensitive office as the governor of the central bank. It is even more crucial at a point where Ghana is under an IMF program and requires absolute credibility in our dealings with the IMF. We ask, how would the IMF and the International Finance Corporation see Ghana if one of our lead negotiators is perceived as a potential criminal convict charged with various acts of criminalities? Won't it be proper if these international agencies or bodies have the assurance that we are allowing the court processes to run for proper adjudication and judgment? Would the decision to discontinue the court processes not lay credence to any suspicion of cover-up for Dr. Asiama?
And yeah, it's Dr. Gideon Buaku, Tanot Not, Imrasebegomini, Demre, what did you join the Wamrasebegom Tem, Mampina Yen? When you cry.
Ya tuaka siya bona so, na yabakaya, no, ena vetting committee tina se, ya wamo vetting krofwa ma dia sign ya se, ade sign ya no, enu wamo kwa fa yero kujo to abla kwa nso ba se yem vetting no. MPP and MPP minority no wamo da vetting committee no so no. Sa dia sandodo, ena na wo hemu nso apapa no nanko nka ho nti, wamo jitu mu se enye yie. Kwa ntokwa baye machese saada no die jai enkwanya wo mo te so ye veti wo mo sai no table wo mo te so microphone wo mo kasemu ni nyina ntokwa ni nti wo mo sai no na asemba kwa na ya rehosem wo mpra ene sei yesi saa ntokwa ne koso no na emrahye bedwani atumi akwa akwhye table ase aso yirada Afia makpo ehwewom enwo mia wasopa pento hem no mia sa mia ntohwe ya ma ento omo se omo te Afia makwa ekam na no omo de nim se ntokwa na esie na kyese obi ye dede sa na ye mia ni baby posa de ya na papa yi kam a ye mia ne hwa are hosem enti ntokwa ne ba sa na wase empanyimfo mbem angle bo ma menka me story why MP emianu hwa yenga and okwani sisa no wase mpanyufo bem nti ema speaker of parliament ora abansuma na gbabe de bia so mo shada the story betumenim wo nura mo de betumenim wo promise kan na mo de abeto ha wo mbeka se Afia pehwewa so nya me na mpehwewa story no na eka hwewa asem MP ayemianu hwa ya wo kemo enti era speaker of parliament eka say wase ye suspend MPs no a wom kokko ntokwa minim se enan no ye suspend wom no se de omi ahwewa no no ka ho de I can't tell ma afezo no nka ho afezo kra no wom kote committee se ye nhwehwe mu na de si pote no ye meka ho asem na enura na speaker of parliament ye say yi suspension no watwam enti mrahye bedwafo no metumi asaba aba betro wo adwuma so afi enenso na committee no a wo mote yesenka enye nsem ni mu hwehwemu no ene ne ma akwan se wo montena se na wo mo eni asem no na ebra wo motena se a wo mudi asem no yi yera afenwoma kens ebaye ebe kasaye edru mami gifty jiage goba so no onse entokwa ni sisa no ora afenwoma ken totoma na clerk of parliament say ni bibia wo ye bia kyese wo ye NDC ni enti mami wono so omoto nsa frɛ no committee na se ne nti ono no kwotena se no en wo kyerɛ se omo suspend sitting no na speaker ama direction say sitting no and ekoso no wo suspend enti no until further notice enti wonu mo enya nto aseni no sokra na mpanyimfo yese wo mo ba bie appointment committee chairman Ora Bernard Ahiafo afi so afa wo hwe yakwan ne akwantempo so Ora Kwame Governance Agboja tourism minister Jifa Gomashi ena Pru West Mrashebedweni Emmanuel Kofi Tekuni ena afi Keta Mrashebedweni Kwame Jodeli Gakpe womo ene bae.
We are getting indications from the clerk of parliament, and I want to put on record. The clerk of parliament has instructed that we should suspend the sitting until further notice, and therefore I want everybody to be aware that it is not the committee that has decided to stop, but the clerk to Parliament of Ghana has requested that until you get further instruction from the speaker, the committee should suspend the sitting. On that note, we want to discharge you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you. And I want to inform all the media house here that we'll get back to you. We're waiting for instruction from the speaker who has formed this committee, and then by tomorrow, we'll let you know the next step. Thank you very much.
Eni akwati ye honorable Emmanuel Bezra ya wodi akwatene ewo committee a wo mo ete yesenka wo mo nyenhwehwemu no ena ate se wo ka de nti a wo mo yesa de no na table ase no a obi kɔhyɛ ekoso ye radafia makɔ ne hwe wo mu ana o mi a papa ne kemu no nipa a wode sa asem yi betu dwa oda amrahye bedwani akimoga woda honorable Alexander Kwesi Akwa na sankomo twetwe Oyerepa ya woni paka ene din sankomo no paka ebisa ne se den die ne sie no se hwe entokwa ne koso no obi kɔhyɛ table ase no so dafia makɔhwem no omia na ono mpo ne huye no ɔkɔso nipa ne nsa no wɔkyinkyim nipa ne nsa na wɔtimeje hwewa no efri ni ko weni me waso
ya troka se bono do na jeje free imnase begomia we kamia ne hwa na yakɔ West African Gas Pipeline do na West African Gas Pipeline Company a wotwanitia wo from WAPCO inne wole chema insese adwuma bia nkabaya abosoma nan ne basene chirini anka woda woye na wontuma anye no inne de ya yereka sei oyaza wonu fiase mechire on the 5th of February wode bokwa akasi bosom fofo ay bokwa akowrom ne do to de bien mechire March bosom no na wole chem dem insese adwuma yi oye one pipelines ahorwa inde ha wodimi djuma gas from owroma free oye ajido Lagos state wo Nigeria memu oba dibo poemu wo oye takrade atoye mantem wo Ghana ha di ko rom ko tema na afa kotonu ono ni nyina worbo mmotene de owoda woye nsiese djuma na dem one pipeline gas family na no wotum okodo na wolichema dem nhihye ni nyina no ho akan hia de owo de imiem oya insafia odeda pipe no mu no mekire valves ahoro no ebimu timato ababa ho a ni nyina mu no oboboa ema waye nsakran na wasesebi na wode ahoro na watum na wode rurum no no wolichema de dwumagia also wona na bi eyo no fi ho nso a gas pipeline ahoro ebia woye na ni nyina orukọ na wetwado no nso no ono fi ho a ehwe ma ofita krade odekọ tema no ko wuruma ne yenya gas ne de oyaza ni nyina no ono da mudwumadi no botum wa akodo nanso no ehwe free takrade de ko sitema okopremu Nigeria kotonu Benin Lome ena afa Togo no sane chizi betema nyina no ni nyina no oyaza wetwanitia onam de demabri kasimbra wodbe yensese dwuma ne bo wie no wonya gas supply ho na opanyin kwankyerefo a indei owo Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies owura Dr. Riverson upon ana indei no so oja asembi oja tugwa ya olekire hawa impanyimfo a wode de demundwuma ku ya no oje bro ho ni nyina mu
Sometimes there are inadequate products available in Takoradi and Kumasi. For the reason why at the end of last year we saw some fuel shortages in the middle belt. Later we knew that BOST decided to revamp without no communication. Our members were not in the known, or we knew that we had to now apply for cross-nationalization policy or exemption for our members to move fuel from Tema to Kumasi. And then involvement of numerous regulators and associated fees that add up complexity to our operation environment and the PSPs. Today, with all due respect, Honorable Minister, there is no system that controls the local government MMDS, how much they charge. They can choose to charge any fee they want from our members per year. They can even look at an OMC and say that this one is rich, let's charge this amount. This one is poor, let's charge this amount.
Enti ana enza eti opinion kwanchefo Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies Dr. Riverson upon in summer Odutugwa and Montia West African Gas Pipeline Woruti and Hawa Odzebebra one.
You kwanche for ya wada anase Chief Finance Officer Edema MTN Ghana Antoinette Kofi and Walker say wose ebibi mai ye nyina yenka momunya ba ko ne ehwe ntoto ye ne anamo a ebetu a ebetumi aboama ebibirem ha no yenso ye betumi agina ye nanso papa wode sansem watudwa wa bra 2025 Africa Prosperity Dialogue APD ekoso na mami agina simpie so akasa wose se before ye kabom ne ye ba ko a de ye pese ye no ye betimi aye de kama empuntu a ye pese ye ema ekoso ewe bibi mamu no ebeba so ne ye koye ye ho se obi aye ne de ade bia ye begina ba ko no a.
We also need to think about how do we as Africans find a way to fund ourselves. We've got to have skin in the game. In banking, there's a syndication principle which helps people to mitigate their different banks mitigate their risk. They take bite-sized chunks. They take as much risk as they want to in a particular project. But because there's so many different banks, they can come together and fund a large project. As Africans, we need to start thinking as well as one unit. Success in this is about playing as a team. Success is a team game. And maybe we need to start thinking about how do we collaborate across different African countries, operate seamlessly.
Eni ekwoti ye Madam Antoinette Kofi na enuachi wasadi tudwa ekire se ne nipa ye besifa aye ama Africa ya transform eniema be konkan investment wase ye na chese ye de esike wura bibi mo na aboa technology kura ene no abafu ntentemfidi a aba no amanfo bi di ye adwuma bibi fo nso ye ma ye ni nko na emmoa ye ema ye ntumi nko ye nim wo ho nso so.
And we need to invest in human capital, not just for the technical skills, but even for the technological skills amongst others, because we tend to buy technology from the West, but we've got so much talent on the continent. MTN has a group of software developers on the continent, and they are all Africans developing technology for Africa's future. And it's possible. So how do we get to do more of these in other areas? It's important. And I think we've got to invest in our capital markets, because they are an access to funding and financing that we haven't utilized well in the past.
Madam Antoinette Kofi, Chief Finance Officer, Emma MTN Ghana.
In the Kumasi Central Prisons, or a room or SJ Asafunuma, one men's ministry, Tafo sector, Wakaya Dung Emma, Nimpa, our tribia. In the Asemzibia obo one Emma watches kabutun to one to when you be entia in the Wako Demono, where what you wanted is come Monday Erika say, Wafo when it's waited him na opinion or ya quancha for